Garnett about to serve to start this men's singles quarterfinal.
Yeah, good lead there by Alshon. He was all set to hit that backhand volley. And, you know, Will, we were talking about this yesterday. One of the skills in pickleball is letting out balls go out. Sounds a lot easier than it is.
And that drop from Alshon just hanging up a little bit high. Garnett able to create the angle on the volley. Really well done to control it and keep it in the court.
Connor Garnett using his signature Pro XR paddle, and Kristen Alshon recently has gone to the PaddleTech Bantam Annalee Waters style paddle. Very similar to Annalee's. That actually comes down, I think, on both lines, Will.
We were probably about to say good lead there by Alshon, but of course it just stays in there from Garnett, and he's got a 2-0 lead here early in game one.
To me, this is an absolute 50-50 pick-em match. I think if they played 100 times, it'd be very close to 50-50. Kind of like the match we just saw with Salome and Catherine. So right now, Connor Garnett really dictating these points and in total control of his game right now. And there's a little frustration return, yeah.
And just such a great forehand there from Garnett. We talked about his backhand, but of course he can create that angle, create that spin on the forehand wing as well. And quick 4-0 lead for the number 4 seed.
Oh, and that's going to clip the tape and sail out. If it didn't hit the tape, it easily would have been in. That's why Connor's kind of shaking his head. He knew he had him. So let's see if Alshon can get on the board here, serving at 0-4 in game one.
And Garnett is there on the backhand. We had really nice reach there from Alshon, but Garnett read it really well. The anticipation to get that two-handed backhand volley. And gets the side out again.
Looked like Connor just stumbled there. He's okay, though. I thought he might go head first into the pavement there, but he is okay. Alshon went for a little bit of a bigger serve down the middle and just framed it right into the bottom of the net. So Garnett trying to get to 5 here. Oh, that's all set up by a really good return. Kristen got a lot on that forehand and a terrific volley. So Alshon trying to get on the board here at 0-4 here in the early stages of game one in this men's singles quarterfinal.
And that third, just good depth on the return there from Garnett. Just Alshon tried to drive it, but just when you're being pushed back and try to run around that backhand, there's just a lot to think about.
Boy, Garnett on fire right now on his passing shots. It is tough to pass.
And she's got a match point here at 10-7. Humana Championship quarter match is being broadcast on Pickleball TV.
And there's that court coverage we're talking about at the kitchen line from Alshon. He's really, really tough to pass. Garnett hit 2 good ground strokes off his forehand and backhand. Alshon there for both.
And that is going to get Alshon. Nope. Alshon still 5-0 here in game one. And just a few loose airs here from Alshon in game one.
Oh, and Garnett got the two-handed backhand that he wanted and got a little bit greedy on it. Misses that wide. That's very rare to see him miss that two-hander. So Christian's got the ball in his hands. Got to get off 0 right here. I think he's got to get at least 2 points here, Will, to stay in this game from a mental perspective.
And he's got one right there. Just really nice aggression. Had the drive and able to follow it in, put it away on the forehand. We'll see if he can make a run here, Dave.
You know, Christian Alshon has matured so much as a player in these last, I would say, 6 to 9 months. Well, I've had a chance to commentate on a lot of his matches and watch a lot of his play, and really like what he's done with himself, not only in his physical game, but in his mental game. He will not fold in this match. He will compete. He will step up. It's just a matter of time here. It's his first match of the day, obviously. High pressure environment. But you know, he's playing one of the top, in my opinion, one of the top 4 singles players on earth right now. And Connor Garnett, a much stronger player on the singles side, certainly a great doubles player, and I have him top 15 in the world in doubles. But singles, he is such a difficult out.
Dave, what are we seeing? What are we going to see here from Garnett?
He is rolling. Was that serve in? No, called long. Garnett appealing to the referee. Referee's not going to overrule that. So Alshon will get a chance here to make a run in game 1, down 1-9 early. And that's going to help his cause, and I think it's going to do a lot from his mental perspective as well.
Even if he gets just a few points here in game 1 but still loses, that'll help him going into the next games.
And that correctly called long as well. So Alshon looking to make his move here in singles. Did not have one of his better results in doubles. Teamed up with Zane Navratil, and they were taken out pretty early in the men's doubles draw this week, Will.
And that's a nice drive. Alshon finding some shots, finding some life here in game 1. Cuts the deficit to 5. And we may see a timeout here from Connor Garnett if Alshon gets maybe 1 or 2 more points here.
That was a terrific inside-out forehand pass. Oh, he went for the same ball, and I think Garnett had it covered there. But let's see if Connor can get to the all-important 10 number. So tough to pass, Christian Alshon, and after getting that ball back in his hands, a nice fist pump by Alshon, knowing what an important time we are here in this first game.
Great angle volley there from Garnett, and Alshon takes a tumble. It looks like just slipped, lost his footing.
Yeah, his right foot just slipped right from underneath him, and he fell on his rear. He did not hit his head, fortunately, so he is okay, and we are good to go at 9-4.
A good lead there from Alshon. Bit of a stalemate here with Garnett leading 9-4. You know, if you're Garnett, you just want to get away from this game 1. You want to end it quickly, not let Alshon hang around.
And there's another forehand return long. You know what I like that Alshon's doing now is he's serving and returning more to the Garnett forehand, because all these players know Garnett's backhand is stronger than his forehand. He's got a nice forehand, but his backhand might be the best in the game.
Case in point right there, Dave. You see him, he had a chance to take the forehand volley, but no, goes for the inside out backhand. Still gets a winner. Whatever works for you there, Mr. Garnett. And Alshon taking a minute to tie the shoes, make sure no more slips.
Meanwhile, Humana Center Court, we've got Ben Johns warming up with J.W. Johnson. Always a thrilling singles match with those two meet. Oh, and a freebie by Alshon, just something you can't afford to do at this stage of game one. No freebies.
That's a game point here for Connor Garnett. And that's just a great combination there from Connor Garnett. Gets a great backhand up the line that forces Alshon to stretch. Then he goes back, gets a forehand he likes, just working the sides of the...
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Six 0-7-1-8-1-9-1 against a player of the quality of Connor Garnett. And let's give Garnett credit for really reading Alshon's shots really well. Did you notice? Watch how he's moving to his right even before Alshon is even making contact with the ball. So what he's watching is he's watching Alshon's paddle face. He's watching the angle of his paddle and anticipating so well where he's going.
And he can do it at the kitchen. He can also do it from the baseline. Just devastating ground strokes there from Garnett.
In fuego here for Connor Garnett, both on the backhand side and the forehand side.
Just the angle there from the Garnett backhand.
Yeah, the mistake Alshon made there, Will, is he let that ball get behind him. I thought he could have leaned in and actually cut off the angle there on that volley, but it bounced and got behind him, and then he's in big trouble. Oh, and Alshon in there, plenty of time. He anticipated the down the line, and a show of frustration there, Will, by Christian, because he knows he set that point up exactly what he wanted. He got the ball that he wanted.
The wheels falling off a bit here for Christian Alshon, and he'll take a timeout here down.
But Connor Garnett is such a tough out here and really running on all cylinders right now in this quarterfinal match. And there's another example of putting so much pressure on Alshon, getting those balls deep in the corner and not letting Alshon even think about coming up to that kitchen line. And a rare missed two-handed backhand into the net by Connor Garnett, his favorite shot.
And that's a shot right there. Just smooth, fluid stroke there from Alshon. Just nice placement. We'll see if that's going to give him some momentum. See if they can...
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that Coach Lee Waters has worked with him on, is not going... You don't have to go 150% on all these drives. Be more under control. You know, Christian has so much power in his hands and in his arms and in his upper body. He doesn't need to be over swinging on a lot of these balls.
You want to participate in a special opportunity with the PPA Tour Pro, all junior PPA players.
And that's going to sail just wide. Really good leave there by Garnett.
I think it was the depth of the fourth shot volley from Garnett that really made that such a difficult shot from Alshon. Such a topspin heavy backhand from Garnett, even at the kitchen. You see, Alshon looked like he was in position, but just the way the ball responded to the topspin, it just got behind him.
Alshon just didn't get that pass down the line that he wanted. It was a foot and a half too far left. Yeah, that's trouble. When you give Connor Garnett a high backhand, you're asking for trouble. That was all set up by a great return by Alshon, and then coming in strong. So let's see if Christian can get a few points on the board and get back into this game, not just point-wise, but from a mental perspective as well. What a get by Alshon, and curves it around the post, keeps the ball low. No chance Garnett could get that back. So let's see if that gives Alshon a little bit of an adrenaline rush and can take advantage of this positive momentum here as we move on in game 2.
The net just not gonna let the ball land in.
Unlucky, because that ball would have been a winner if it didn't hit the net. And that's correctly called long. So that's going to get Garnett 3 points away from moving into the semifinals here, Will.
Do or die time here for Christian Alshon. We'll see if he's able to right the ship here. And players coming back from a timeout here. Connor Garnett serving at 9-3 in game 2.
And that's going to sail wide. So let's see if Alshon can get off 3 here. Get back in this second game.
Nice anticipation there from Alshon. It was all started by a really nice backhand drop on the 3rd. And he saw that Garnett was going to try and be aggressive with the backhand. He was there with the forehand. That anticipation is so key, especially when you're, of course, 2 points away from losing the match.
Garnett asking Alshon to check the ball. These players are using a brand new Vulcan ball for every game. Oh, Alshon looking for the earning opportunity here.
Didn't even need it because the ball didn't get over the net. A good spot there in the kitchen on the forehand.
And that's going to sail long, so let's see if we get a timeout here from Garnett. Not this point, but I think if he loses this one, you're going to see him want to take a little break. Oh, and 2 missed returns of serve.
And still no timeout here.
Gets Alshon at 7-9. Make it 8-9.
What a shot right there. The angle on the forehand from Alshon. Garnett just didn't quite make solid contact on that volley.
Still no timeout by Garnett. Shocking.
That deep volley forcing Alshon to play with a really small margin.
So Garnett with the ball in his hands, 2 points away from moving on into this men's singles semifinal.
And nicely done. Just Garnett kept on going back to the backhand of Alshon.
Alshon doesn't realize it, but he doesn't have any more timeouts.
Match point here for Garnett.
Oh, and a missed return of serve to end the match like we saw earlier.
From Catherine Parento as well, Dave.
Parento winning that, losing that match on 2 missed returns of serve in a row. So